This is Veerin. He's emotionally unstable. He's cooking, and he's not very careful about it. Oh no. Yeah, that happened. He's bleeding. That's unfortunate. Well, the first step to the healing process is to get a cut. I should write a script for this. Okay. Well, anyway, he's bleeding some more, and yeah, he's gone. Anyway, let's look at how his skin is going to react to this puncture wound. The healing process can be divided into 3 phases. The first of these is the inflammatory phase. This phase is aimed at removing the cause of the damage and limiting the extent of the wound. Some symptoms of this phase are redness, swelling, heat, pain, and loss of function around the wound. In this phase, the capillaries constrict briefly and then dilate to congest the blood around the injury. As a result of this, blood flows more slowly around the wound and begins to clot. White blood cells then move through the blood vessel walls and into the wound to engulf bacteria and cellular debris in phagocytosis, to reduce the risk of infection that would hinder healing. The white blood cells also secrete a substance called growth factor, which serves to attract fibroblasts to the wound. The second and most complex phase is called the proliferative phase. In this phase, the focus moves from limiting the risk of infection to building new tissue to fill the wound. This phase starts with fibroblasts secreting collagen fibers and growth factors to rebuild capillaries and stimulate the duplication of endothelial cells. The collagen secreted by the fibroblasts and the newly created endothelial cells form granulation tissue, which is the foundation for scar tissue. Granulation tissue is fragile and bleeds easily. The final step of the proliferative phase is epithelialization, which is the regeneration, migration, proliferation, and differentiation of epithelial cells. In this process, the aim is to form a new surface similar to the one destroyed. The white blood cells leave the wound, swelling diminishes, and small blood vessels exit epithelial tissue because, as we know, epithelial tissue is avascular. Now the tissue is ready for the final phase of the healing process. The third and longest phase is called the remodeling phase. This phase begins after about 3 weeks and can continue for over a year. In this phase, the final scar tissue is being formed by the simultaneous destruction and creation of collagen fibers to work on the finer details of the new tissue. Scar tissue can achieve 70 to 80% of the previous tensile strength of the tissue in 3 months. A visible scar only occurs if the cut pierces the dermis.